Pray, follow me. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here. We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
We pawns cannot set foot in Batal without feeling the people's contempt for us.
Take heart, for we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen's side. We have naught to be ashamed of.
Pretty fast and sticky, fast and sticky dog, fast and sticky, sticky picky.
We have arrived.
Since times of old, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid you farewell. Since times of old, times of old, dragon blood. Remember, Draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes. You may be pitted against the dragon, yet its fate is yours to share. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force, though this does not mean that it is evil. Understand this. The concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions, and thus cannot be applied to the dragon. It is a being of a higher order. As are you. Now that the dragon has marked you, setting you apart from your fellows. The Arisen is a transcendent being, always chosen by the dragon. It marks for itself the individual who must fell it. Thus, when the dragon is made manifest, so too is an Arisen. And should that Arisen fall, another shall rise in their place. The cycle is doomed to continue till the dragon is felled, for that is what the will of this world has ordained. I am the husk of him who was once Arisen. My final battle against the dragon culminated in the loss of the will that should have seen us bring the creature low. Thus, as the Arisen is defined by the strength of their will, from that moment on, I was Arisen no longer. Such is the world's will. I dare say it compels me even now to impart upon you all the knowledge I possess. The Godsways, forgive me, but I've ne'er heard of such a thing. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Tar came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Faces, I believed he called himself. It appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Ye need not seek the dragon. It will find you. Aye, make no mistake. The dragon will appear before you when the time is come. Still, I suppose I can tell you about a rumor I heard the other day. Apparently, a dragon was sighted in Tar village, though I am not sure I believe it, after all. Now that he had been marked as Arisen, the dragon would next appear before you at the appointed time. So it stands to reason that even if a creature of draconic aspect and destructive powers should appear in that village, 'twas no dragon. A mockery of one, perhaps, but not the dragon true. The substance of which we speak is formed of crystallized droplets of dragon blood. Worm's life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, but from lower drakes as well. They retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon me powers that eclipse the will of this world. Then go, but visit me again when ye have spilled draconic blood. Since times of old, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what you reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid you farewell.
Furthermore, ours is a party of women.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
Come, I'll lead the way. Over here, Master. Did you lose sight of me?
Is that most impregnable? You will belong to a safe.
Over here, if you please.
A voice echoes from I am bound to an eternity intolerable to any mortal.
Pray, follow me.
I have lived a long time. Too long. I have lived a long time.
Over here, if you would.
Is that most impregnable? You both belong to a safe.
Come, I'll lead the way.
shall wait. One might confidently call that a resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy. In and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Now we can return to this location whenever we are ferried. Zone to hand. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Brought me some heavy business with the guild, sir. Should be glad to assist. Do come again.
This might be worth it. Let's have a look then.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Each to their own. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few. Well done.
I will hold the enemy still. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your... I dare say I've accomplished a few... I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
I've a knack for gathering items, and...
Rest assured, Master, you'll hear nary an idle word. From me.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage.
Very well. I shall lend you. My aid. Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. My talents lie in combining materials. And I'll use... Are you fit to travel?
There is a rumour whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is... When pawns travel beyond the rift, we can sometimes that imperils the lives of those around us. Shall we take an ox cart? If our destination lies along its route, we could shorten our journey by making...
You'll have to ask, Tom. You'll have to ask someone else.
So, you seek to enter Batar like we should go on through.
This ox cart's bound for... You've got to pay before we depart. Away we go.
Here we are. We have arrived at the stopover point without incident.
Skeletons, but there!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements. Not bad.
I merely did this to demands.
Not like this. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
These things are only truly defeated when their skulls are mashed beyond repair.
You've made yourself an enemy.
That's it. I've had enough.
Your most priority is to down those flames.
Let down our guard even for a moment. Destiny slip away from us.
Now I understand.
You're going to regret.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Curative magics have the opposite effect on reanimated dead.
It seems a contradiction, but it might be worth a try. You have my support.
Say, have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist. always a pleasure.
I concur. Pray, light your lantern, Master. We're here, and none the worse aware.
I knew you would come, Arisen One. You seek answers, and you shall have them. if 'tis within my power to know them. I simply do. The life force of the Arisen is wreathed in a warmth all its own. 'Tis most distinctive. And I am able to perceive it. Such is how I came to know of your arrival in this world, Arisen. Wherever you go, I can find you. 'Tis a most useful ability, as I'm sure you will agree. Of course, it's ill-suited to the Queen Regent and her plots. Loath as I am to admit it, I know little of the artifact of which you speak, though I shall tell you aught I can. I sense a land soaked in warmth, a warmth akin to your own, Arisen, to that of the power of the life you possess. Yet it now lies many fathoms below the surface of the sea, in a place unreachable by mortal hands. Though it is strange, for I sense also that this warmth grows ere near. 'Twould seem a path will be open to you in time, allowing you to venture into the heart of this warmth, so like your own. Perhaps he who was dragon-forged can tell you more. Seek him out in Har village, if you would learn from him.
I'll go and open the chest.
He who was dragon-forged, eh? Perhaps we ought to seek out this man and his wisdom in Har village. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Oops, not right. Did I miscalculate? I recall only so far as contracting the Chimera's venom. After that, all is a blur. I can only assume I descended into delirium, though clearly the poisoning did not prove fatal. But that is all beside the point, which is to say, the venom itself. Ah, 'twas truly a transporting experience. While I wavered on the border twixt life and death, I gleaned several glorious insights. How my mind buzzes with potential applications. There's so much to do. My work has only just begun. Thank you for your help, my friend. Few would have deigned to give me the time of day.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bidden? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Hello and welcome back to Rage Gaming and Dragon's Dogma 2. Today I've got a rather specific guide for you. One of the most sections of the game is the Sphinx. Said to be one of the actual great bosses in the game, with a very cool twist. It's not a boss fight exactly, it's a series of riddles and challenges, though it still ends in a bit of a boss fight. In any case, what I'm talking about is well worth the effort. You get, say, over 100,000 gold and a variety of powerful unique items, like an arrow that can kill anything in the game in one hit and shoot in this video. Why is a guide needed for something like this? Well, it's because it's extremely unforgiving. You must complete 10 riddles and then face the Sphinx yourself, which in itself has a trick to it. And if you fail at different steps during it, that could very well spell the complete end of the trial for this entire playthrough. It'll just be over. I strongly suggest you watch this guide pretty much in full and consider what you might need beforehand.
No easy answers here.
How's life treating you? Have you come to be curious? Wow, it's admirable to know, particularly if you are eligible for a spell. Special vocation. Always a pleasure. Weary is our servant. You must have quite a tale to tell.
Help.
You know where to find.
But I'm certain there is one.
Weary is our servant. You must have.
Shall we get some rest then?
What you might expect during to protect yourself from that. And with all that said, here's my complete guide to the Sphinx with some particularly helpful tips for the riddles that solve things as effectively and as easy as possible. Because trust me, you can make this a lot harder than it needs to be. To get started though, I need to tell you where to find the Sphinx. And it's not actually where I'm standing because there's two locations that this is where it ends. The first location where you first meet the Sphinx is here in the mountain shrine, which if I zoom out you can see is just northeast of the border town of Checkpoint Rest. There's a large battleground here called the Ancient Battleground, and if you follow the main path up behind him is a ladder that goes to, well, in this first location, we're going to have to beat 5 riddles. Before then, the Sphinx moves. After every riddle is solved, way through, you'll be doing them in different order to me, because it's RNG. Once you hit that point, one of the riddles is going to ask you, how many have you solved so far? So you need to keep a track of how many riddles have you solved at each and every point. Okay, so the pre-warnings are now done. Let's do the 5 riddles in this location. We choose what order to do. I'm going to go from top to bottom as presented, though. First, we have the riddle of eyes, which is extremely easy. The idea...
My bad.
Fear not the plunge into the unknown. If so, take your place and wish... Your resolve is commendable. The fool beholds a sage in the mirror. The sage a fool. Which is it you see, I wonder? Our eyes are our allies, yet oft do they betray, for eyes tell lies. So I advise, and thence do lead astray. Yet, how will your eyes advise you? Venture through yonder door, and retrieve that which is of greatest value.
Here is the eyes deceive you. You know, maybe what's right in front of you isn't what you're looking for. What you need to do is turn around and go to the room that she's unlocked, as directed. And as you enter, you're going to be looking for the most valuable item in there. Well, as you enter, you can literally turn around and look up. There's a chest right above the entrance. Inside is a sealing vial. Its purpose is to take someone and place it within there, like a gin lamp or something. That could be useful in different quests. It would be used in this, but we're going to skip all that and have some tricks. In any case, take that vial to the Sphinx, hand it in, and that...
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
We've got problems. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic grant you an immense... Excellent. I could have done no better. I can do no less in service.
All things considered, I suspect that is something best left alone.
Indeed, one never can be too cautious.
Come to test your wits. Yet, how will your eyes advise you?
Moving on to
Venture through yonder door, and retrieve that which is of greatest value.
Madness. Straight to the point. You must bring someone who's...
So, this is your choice? The greatest worth your eyes describe? Indeed, this is what I sought. Your eyes see true. No greater worth can there be than that found in simplicity. As promised, I shall bestow upon you a prize. Collect it from yon chest and take this vial too. Its purpose I shan't divulge. How you use it is up to you.
What the Sphinx actually asks for is your beloved. The idea and obvious solution is to bring someone you've earned great trust with or romanced. That could be a variety of NPCs that are now willing to do escort quests with you. Is your beloved. The idea and obvious solution, hand it in, and that's the first trial done. Easy. Moving on to riddle 2, we have the riddle of madness. this. Straight to the point. You must bring someone who's considered your most beloved. What the Sphinx actually asks for, if you're beloved, the idea and obvious solution is to bring someone you have great trust with or romance. That could be a variety of NPCs that are now willing to do an escort quest with you. Instead of doing the escort, you can just bring them here. Or you can grab them and teleport them in that vial. But the easiest way to do it is simply grab all three of your bullets, put them on the pedestal to present to the Sphinx. That is way less effort than going anywhere else or looking for relevant NPCs. After all, you've been travelling with your pawns this whole time, and for many of us, this answer is true. They're the most important people to us.
Come to test your wits. Love is as twin to madness, they say. They are bound fast, as night is today. So bring forth your most beloved to me, that I might gauge the depth of your insanity.
A well-organized pack is my specialty.
Yeah, next up we have the third riddle. This is wait for them or put them in that vial. But the easiest way to do it is simply grab all three of your pawns, put them on the pedestal to present to the Sphinx. That is way less effort than going anywhere else or looking for a relevant NPC.
Come to test your wits. Love is as twin to madness, they say. So bring forth your most beloved to me, that I might gauge the... Is this your most beloved you bring before me? Well, well. Very good. Not half bad. Yet more than one you bring. What a glutton you are. Though better a glutton than prude, for mortal life without greed is hollow indeed. A promise made, a promise kept, and so I shall open for you a chest.
is not what I expected.
Seas. After all, we've been travelling with your pawns this whole time, and for many of us, this answer is true. They're the most important people to us in this game. Next up, we have the third riddle. This is the riddle of wisdom. Here's a weird one for you, but it's simple if you know what you're doing. To solve it, you need to bring a specific pawn, known as the Sphinx parent. Apparently, that could be, say, father or mother, but for me, it was just parent. These pawns are created by Capcom for this exact quest, and then rather than having to blindly search for them, thankfully, you can go pick it up in a specific place, in Harve Village, which is just west of Vernworth. At the entrance of Harve Village is a Riftstone Fellowship, and that's where you get the Sphinx Parent pawn. In fact, when I went there, it's the only pawn offered within, so it's hard to miss. You'll need to...
Come to test your wits. The parent knows the child, yet the reverse is far from true. The child knows not the parent. Such is the parent's due. I am a lost child, for kinship do I yearn. So bring to me my parent, that I might better learn.
Hey, what do you want? Like, listen. What was the first thing? Zima, what's supposed to know?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but this place calls forth memories of when our journey first began, of a time when we had yet to even reach Vernworth. The memories we made here shall never be forgotten. I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Them and have them in, which is just west of Vernworth. At the entrance of Harve Village is a Riftstone Fellowship. And that's where you get the Sphinx Parent pawn. Then rather than having to blindly search for them, thankfully you can go pick it up in a specific place, in Harve Village, which is just west of Vernworth. At the entrance of Harve Village is...
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
True enough. This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
once, Master.
Over here, if you please.
Stone of Fellowship, and that's where you get the Sphinx Bear and Paw. In fact, when I went there to search for them, thankfully you can go pick it up in a specific place in Harve Village, which is just west of Vernworth, at the entrance of Harve. And then rather than have
That old man by the shore. Drives him so bent.
About time you came along. I've or so I'd like to say, but it's getting rather... Ah, good. You're awake. Look to the sea, my friend. Hard to resist setting out in one's boat with fair skies like these, eh? Now,
I've told you about the sunken temple in the middle of the sea, haven't I? I'm quite sure I mentioned it, but I ne'er spoke of the man who resides. He was such a worthy ruler in life that his armies safeguarded him even in death, as he himself would have. He was once entrusted with the task of watching over this world from the heavens above. Yet he tired of his duty and abandoned his perch in the sky in favor of founding a small kingdom on the ground. Alas, though he was a just and good ruler, there is not a single person alive who remembers his name. It sounds unfortunate, but if you ask me, it is all a matter of perspective. It can be a blessing to forget, and to be forgotten. I should know. In all my long years, I've never forgotten a single thing. I remember everything, every little detail. Would that I could forget some of it. A lie it may seem, but a lie it is not. I speak only the truth, as you well know. Come see me again if it pleases you. I've tales aplenty to bear.
Heavens, friend. I'd ne'er seen the like.
I'd not known there were ruins in the depths of this cavern to the path of it.
It was magic, methinks.
I should have liked to investigate it. The place hadn't been crawling with monsters. I'll be needing sturdier arms than these before I head back in there, I fear. At any rate, I'd best report this discovery to my commander. I only pray naught grave shall come of it.
Strange. I suppose our only choice is to venture inward.
Right you are.
Yon structure yet lies on the water. 'Tis strange to think that it slumbered beneath the surface all this time.
Curiously, it does not seem to be of mortal make.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
All I say is... Have you business in the town? Don't go thinking you can slip through the bourgeois twixt Alex.
Research. In fact, when I went there, it's the only one offered within, so it's hard to miss. You'll need to recruit them and have them in your party. And of course, I knew this going in, so I actually recruited them beforehand, so they were here with me from the very start. In any case, present the parent pawn to the Sphinx, and that's the riddle solved. Okay, so almost done with this location. We now have riddle 4, the riddle of conviction. Very simply, the Sphinx just wants an item, and that can be any item. But as the riddle suggests, you're going to have to give it up. It's going to be gone. The reality is, you're not only going to get the item back in the chest as a reward, you're not even going to give up the...
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes. And
'Twas a fine journey we shared.
Ah, good. I see the Arisen's fun. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? I have been waiting for you, Arisen. What do you presume to gain by this, Arisen?
That you're holding, which means you're able to duplicate whatever you give here, even. Solved. Okay, so almost done with this location. Back in the chest as a reward, but you're not even going to give up the one that you're holding, which means you're. Which is a Richstone of Fellowship, and that's why you get the Sphinx Parent pawn. In fact, when I went there, it's the only pawn offered within, so it's hard to miss. You'll need to recruit them and have them in your party, and of course I knew this going in, so I actually recruited them beforehand, so they were here with me from the very start. In any case, present the parent pawn to the Sphinx, and that's the riddle solved. Okay, so almost done with this location.
Come to test your wits. The parent knows that I am a lost child, so bring to me my parent. And you claim this to be the parent I seek. Indeed, you are correct. All is in the name. You have proven your wits, and so I shall bestow upon you a prize. Collect it from yon chest at your leisure.
A result.
Come to test your wits.
We now have riddle 4, the riddle of conviction. Very simply, the Sphinx just wants an item, and that can be any item. But as the riddle suggests, you're going to have to give it up. It's going to be gone. The reality is, you're not only going to get the item back in the chest as a reward, but you're not even going to give up the one that you're holding, which means you're able to duplicate whatever you give here, even unique items, high-value items. So it's very worth giving something you really care about, because you're going to get 2 out of it instead of 1. For me, I used a pole crystal, so that I have more to teleport around the world with, but whatever you choose to give, you're going to get back, and it can be anything, so very easy. Finally, for this location, we have riddle 5, the riddle of rumination. This is going to be the last riddle here, though, so I need to warn you that when we complete it...
Life is an enigma, a lender of mortal debt. Yet lighter pack makes fleet of foot, and challenge nimbly met. So grant to me what you most prize, and thence elude your ponderous demise. So, this is your prized possession. A most revealing choice. Do you consent to give it to me, knowing that it may never be returned? Well, well. Very good. That's the spirit. Such generosity deserves a reward, methinks. Why don't you take a peek in yon chest? Come to test your wits.
the Sphinx is going to leave and go to a second location. Now, you can just let her go, claim your reward to the fifth chest, which is going to be 3 warp stones, or when she's going to leave, you can run up and leap onto her, let her fly you straight to the second location. That is way more convenient. You can always come back and claim that final reward of the warp stones anyway, or if you really want to stay and get those warp stones, you can go to the second location manually.
Come to test your wits. Is ever the first we keep fond in our breast, and ever the first that eclipses the rest. You know of the Seeker's tokens, I trust. Those keepsakes of a fondly remembered journey. Yet where was it that you found your first? Retrace your steps if you can. You might make a new discovery. 7 days, shall we say, ere you return? May your journey be a pleasant one. Come to test your wits.
I'll tell you where very shortly. Okay, so riddle 5. You now have 7 days to solve this one, so definitely get to it. For this one, you asked to go to the first secret token location, where if the first one you picked up on this character safe was, you need to return them. And that is completely up to you, I'm afraid. So you're going to have to consider where you first found the secret token. You go to that place, instead you see the token. You'll now find a finder's token.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before?
Sight. I'm nodding off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
goblins, Master.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I grant you lightning spans.
This is the product of your heedlessness.
It's called taking the initiative, I'll have you know.
Come to test your wits. Seeker's tokens are trade. Yet where was it that you... I see. Well sought and well found. I trust it was a pleasant choice. As promised, you shall have your prize. Look for it in yon chest. 5 riddles have I posed, and 5 answers have you given. Perhaps you expected more, but I'm afraid that's that. Our next game shall have to take a different turn. Though constant this world may seem, in truth, all is in flux. And so, the time has come for me to fly. If you are not yet satisfied, seek me at my new abode. But for now, I bid you farewell, dogged adventurer.
A resounding success.
Not half bad. Well, so dearly did you love our game that you have sought me out again. Let us resume at once. I too have grown rather engrossed.
Tis done, Master. Now a fairy stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings? Speak your will, and I'll see it done. All paths walk in the end.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour. Need my... 'Twill be an honor to serve. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. I can scarcely see a thing in this world.
My word. Never did I dream we would come upon such a rarity.
How exciting! My heart is fit to burst. Very well. I shall return.
into place. This unique item can now be taken to the Sphinx, and that just solves the 5th riddle. I made this easy for myself by placing a hot crystal to teleport straight back to, but with the 5th one complete, the Sphinx is going to fly away to the 2nd location as I want. Jump on and let it carry me there, or just let it go. Alright, so our 2nd location for the Sphinx is the Frontier Shrine, which is where I'm standing now. If I zoom out on the map, you can see that it's actually just west of the checkpoint rest. Now, to get to it, you just need to go under this bridge, follow the water, this river will lead you all the way down, cut off the path, and come to the shrine where the Sphinx is now waiting. Fair warning, you don't want to back from the desert region, because it's kind of like an uphill waterfall you cannot climb. In this location, I strongly recommend you place a hot crystal. It's going to be relevant to not one, but 2 riddles we're going to do. Also, at the end of the 2nd trial, you will have to fight the Sphinx. Run away if you perform too much. I will explain that, but be prepared to drink one of these riddles with an arrow on making, which allows for instant healing. So, bring an archer or fairer and swap your bow. If something goes wrong, you can choose to instantly kill her with that arrow, which is what happened to me, but I will explain how to avoid that. Now it's time for more riddles. At this point, it begins in random order. So I'm going to describe all of them, and you just complete them in whatever order to you. Now, riddle number 6 is actually complete when you find her. When finding her again, that's the trick here. That was the 6th riddle. So you can actually go for a chest there, right behind her, and in it is that empty 100k gold, which is fantastic. But this counts as riddle number 6. So at that point, you have 6 riddles, which he asks you in riddle of selection. The Sphinx will ask you how many riddles have you completed so far. So if the Sphinx asks you that immediately, you will be on to riddle number 7. But at that point, you will be 6. So your number will be 6 in the case. The Sphinx asks you on the 9th riddle. So at that point, then, 8 riddles. All you have to do to tell the Sphinx what the is statues on the left, put them in front of them, then just say this is the number. So you will have to pay a little bit of attention and try to keep as much money on that as you can. Let's move on to another potential riddle. Yeah, riddle contest. This is really easy. You're given a ring that's forced on you.
So vast is this world, and full of life. You are but one of many, indeed. In the grand scheme, we are as distinct from one another as pebbles on a beach. Yet we do so love to extol our differences. But are these differences so great? If you believe so, this next task should prove exceedingly simple. I seek this man. If men are so distinct, I'm sure you'll find him in a trice.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Living's hard. Dreams are free.
Oi! Keep out!
Myself a patron with heavy pockets. I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
So vast is this world, indeed. But are these differences so great? Is this the man I sought? Truly? You are satisfied with your answer? Then I shall weigh its merit. To pluck a human from the faceless swarm is no less a challenge than to seek a single grain of sand on the Alta Batal coast. Yet pluck you have. And for that, I congratulate you. Another prize is yours for the taking.
Outstanding.
Now, questions beget questions. And I have one for you. How many riddles have you solved thus far? My memory fails me, you see. Remind me, and make it plain. Let yonder statues be your means. For every question aptly answered, bring one here before me.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Let yonder statues be your means. For every question aptly answered, bring one here before me. This is your answer? Are you sure of your count? My, that's quite a number. And the correct one, no less. I see you're keeping track. Of course, your erudition shan't go unrewarded.
That was certainly worthwhile.
though ours is a battle of wits. Tests of metal are more to your strength. Is that not so? Come, try your arm. Though he shall be your opponent, not I. However, I am not one to be amused by a simple duel. Bear this ring into battle, that I might gauge your true strength. Good show. It seems your mind is as strong as your arm. You have more than earned your reward. Another chest is yours to claim. How easily the mind unravels. Some say it's pain that does it best, others darkness, but I say neither. Rather, I say a mind cannot be more soundly broken than when it beholds its earnest efforts laid low in a single stroke. Could you survive such despair? We shall see. Here, I have an amphora destined for Sir Moritz in Batal. Deliver it to him, but beware, it's rather fragile. I do hope your struggle will amuse.
seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
I'm sure I can handle this.
Lettering all day. It's tiring work.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Looking for aught in particular, please.
I'm not sure what to do. I might stay a while. Whatever's to be done.
Seems my days are naught but toil.
Peruse at your leisure.
What in the world were you thinking, bringing me to such a place? Hold a moment. That vase. It cannot be. For generations now, my family has been charged with a duty to seek out this amphora. To think that it was hidden here, of all places. Is that why you brought me here? So that I might claim it? Oh, joyous day! At long last our vigil is at an end.
Well, well. Very good. Well, well. The amphora has been delivered intact. I'd not thought you had it in you. Though I'd hoped to savor your dismay, you shall have your prize all the same. And with that, our game comes to an end. As amusing as it has been, I shall now take my leave of you to await the next courageous soul who would test their wits against mine.
A result to be proud of.
I cannot say whether our God was the right one, but there's no changing it now.